Hello and welcome to Yorkshire Voice on this Wednesday the 20th of March. Lovely of you to join us on the first day of spring. I'm Beth Turner. Coming up on today's show...
I'm happy to see my grandchildren, my children. I'm enjoying my life because I've been saved by screening.
We'll be hearing how cancer screening is being brought to the community, a strong message about the dangers of knife crime, and a photo shoot with the designers of the future. And as it's International Day of Happiness, we'll be hearing what makes you happy.
And I'm here at Mirror Pool in downtown Bradford, at the heart of Bradford, where it was announced yesterday not only the new logo, but Zayn Malik, the pop star, will be the new ambassador for Bradford City of Culture 2025. But more on that later.
But first today, people are being urged to make sure they take up the opportunity for cancer screening. And that message is being taken into some Bradford communities where there is low uptake. The message is clear. Screening works and saves lives. Here are the stories of just some of those survivors.
I'm 58 and I'm here. I'm happy to see my grandchildren, my children. I'm enjoying my life because I've been saved by screening.
Know you're normal. So if you know you're normal, it's just like I say to women, you know, when you get up in the morning, you look at your face and you go, oh, haven't I gorgeous? Or I need to go to bed early tonight. We know what's normal for us. Know what's normal for your boobs. Know what's normal for your body. If you know you're normal, if something's different, then you can act on it.
I got offered the role as the Deputy Exec for Health in Bradford Council. We thought I'd be a good candidate to work across all the community in Bradford, trying to increase people's awareness and the uptake of cancer screening. I've absolutely loved the role and I feel very passionate about it because a few years ago I discovered I had lung cancer, no idea, no symptoms. I was diagnosed about 12 years ago. Mainly I went to see the doctor because I was getting some stomach pains and it turned out that I had a polyp. Fast track, brilliant, absolutely amazing. I had everything done so quickly. Changed my life totally because I still can't eat certain things, but all I think of is I'm alive. So getting checked, yeah, I go for me. Breast screening, which I don't like, which nobody does. Everybody's lovely. You're in and out in 2 minutes. Yeah. As I've gone around all the community in Bradford, we're finding out that people that are living in poverty and who don't have the bus fares, no transport, or they're busy working, they don't go because of various reasons. They don't want to know, or they can't afford to go, they don't go. In some communities it's cultural, but my job is to make these people aware screening saves lives, whether they're black, white, yellow, green, blue, men, women. Men need to get screened as well because prostate cancer in men is a great big thing, as many men get diagnosed with prostate cancer as women do breast cancer. Cancer screening saves lives. It saved ours.
Well, great to hear that message. Last night, the Bradford-born pop star and former member of the hit boy band One Direction, Zayn Malik, was revealed as Bradford's ambassador for the City of Culture 2025. We can now cross over to our reporter Mark McEwen, who's live in Bradford.
Yeah, yes, I'm here in Centenary Square. I'm here in Centenary Square in the heart of Bradford. Behind me is the pool, Mirror Pool, and it was announced yesterday, of course, that Zayn Malik will be the ambassador for Bradford 2025. He said himself that Bradford will always be his home. He considered himself a Bradfordian, a proud Bradfordian, even though, of course, his international career has had him travel all over the world to many, many different spots. But I think in general, Bradfordians were quite proud of him. It was certainly met with a lot of rapture yesterday. We went along to East Bowling, where he brought up. He had a working class background, and of course he went to school in Tong High School. So we went along there to see what they had to say about their most famous son. Of course, that being...
Well, I think he's a nice guy, Zayn. Whereas probably going to be a toss-up between either Zayn or Gareth Gates, but maybe a proper right choice with him. Seems a likeable type of lad, and he represents, Bradford. Very successful.
I'm not massively happy about it because he's a very controversial person, and he has a lot of controversies since leaving One Direction, and with him also being the first to leave One Direction, he's kind of less as famous or as popular as them, because I don't really hear about him anymore.
And so yes, a lot of different views there from folks in Bradford. We can look forward to, as being the city of culture for 2025. Many different events will be taking part in the city. Over £32 million has been invested in the infrastructure of the city, and international acts will be coming in, including a French theatre group called Gambin Off, and of course in September will be the official launch of this. But yeah, I think the response has been very good from Bradford, and it will actually link up with the international city in Europe for culture, Chemnitz. But now back to you in the studio, Beth, from Centenary Square in Bradford.
Well, thanks for that, Mark. Lots to look forward to there in Bradford in the lead up to Bradford City of Culture 2025 celebrations. Now, it's just a month since a new campaign was launched in Leeds to raise awareness of knife crime. The campaign warned young people about the dangers of carrying knives. A number of initiatives were launched throughout the month, including installing a sculpture made of knives. The Knife Angel was displayed outside the Royal Armouries in Leeds throughout the month. The 27-foot tall figure was created from 100,000 knives seized across the country. A month on, West Yorkshire's Deputy Mayor for Policing and Crime says the sculpture was a brilliant representation of the terrors of knives in Leeds streets, but that more has to be done to protect young people from knife crime. She spoke to our
reflections
reporter,
are that
Mimi
the
Abraham.
Knife Angel was incredibly powerful and started lots of conversations. We need to do more, though, as I keep on saying. We can't keep on doing what we've done because it's not working. Young people are dying. We need to start those conversations with parents, with schools, with carers, youth services, local authorities and beyond, so that everyone takes responsibility for the safety of young people. Young people don't feel safe, and there's a whole range of reasons for that, not just because people are carrying knives in the community. In their own homes are not safe because of online abuse, of threats, which then mean young people feel that they have to carry knives when they're out and about. We need to be protecting our young people as adults. We are letting our young people down.
Leeds Beckett University held their annual graduate fashion shoot at Trinity Leeds.
Well, future fashion designers have been showcasing their designs in Leeds today. The students at Leeds Beckett University held their end-of-year show to an audience which included top designers straight from London Fashion Week. Thea Robinson went down to see what's next in the world of fashion.
Leeds Beckett University held their annual graduate fashion shoot at Trinity Leeds today. The event was executed in collaboration with major fashion brand Burberry and local professional hair and makeup artist. It was overseen by the director for LBU's Bachelor's and Master's Fashion course, Sam Hudson-Miles, alongside renowned designer and professor of fashion, Maddie Bovin, who had just shown his collection at London Fashion Week. Sam and Maddie expressed that this event gave students an opportunity to work in a professional setting with real deadlines and expectations, and it allowed them to share their work with the public. Maddie, who has quite the eccentric style, as seen in his past collections, hopes that his creativity has rubbed off onto his students. Maddie argues that students from the North bring a sense of genuine creativity and what he calls realness to the fashion world, an element that differentiates them from their peers in the South.
Honestly, they're as good as, if not better in a way. There's a
rawness to the creativity up here, which of course I love. I'm still based here, which is very rare.
We really don't want to send the message that, well, you can study in Leeds but all the jobs are in London. I think, there are jobs in Leeds, there's work here, whether you want to, set up your own brand or work for brands such as Burberry, for example, or others in the north.
The student designers and models were all excited to showcase their designs, which held personal and even historical significance.
And what was the print about?
So the print was inspired by my granddad's artwork. So we did like a bullfighting collection. So I've done that in lino print on the trousers, and it's like a theme running throughout my collection.
My design was originally inspired by like an Italian summer, so that's why I've titled it. It's based off Italian architecture. So I've used a lot of lace and dainty fabrics and black and white timeless palette.
They get a chance to see halfway through the collection, to see it and to shoot it, to style it, and to have that vision, to see them through to the end.
It's also like a confidence thing as well. I think it would help me if I was a student.
Yeah.
It helps me when I look at my work like that. It just makes them see it in a more, I guess, professional manner, but it's also much more...
While this is just the fashion shoot showcasing pieces that would be a part of the students' final collection, the real runway show will be held on June 7th at Leeds Beckett University. I'm Thea Robinson, reporting for Yorkshire Voice.
Well, today's International Happiness Day. It's been celebrated every year since it was passed by the UN in 2012. Happiness is a cornerstone of our well-being, and finding things that bring us joy is vital. Our Happy Ever reporter Rowan O'Connell has more.
It's the 20th March Day, which means International Happiness Day. So we're out in Leeds to find out what makes people happy.
No, just family really. Yeah, more so than now than ever really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You got something that really makes you happy? As if family is
the same, it would have to be family. It must be family because we've had so much trauma with family the last year or so that we really do recognise that it's important.
I like going out with my friends, I like travelling. We've got a little sports car and we take the top down and me and my husband go off, and it just makes me very happy, even if it's raining.
Being with my daughter, and we're going to the theatre today.
What are you going to see?
Drifters Girls.
What?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Drifters. Music of the Drifters. Do you not know what Drifters are?
I don't know what the Drifters are.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You have to be my age, I think. Go back to 1950s and 60s. Yeah.
60s,
not 60s. 60s. Yeah.
I love biryani.
What's that?
It's like a one-pot rice kind of thing with the meat of your choice. I do love it, so I learned to cook it. So whenever I'm making it, even that makes me so happy. I don't know why, but yeah, I love enjoying it.
Well, now it is the start of spring, but it's been a cold and wet day here in Yorkshire. Let's head over to Leslie O'Connor for an update on the weather for us. Leslie, what's it like where you are?
Hi Beth. Yeah, I must say it is cold. To say that it's the start of spring, the weather is wet, windy, and it is cold. Today is meant to be 9 degrees for International Happiness Day. Wow, that is not a good sign because it is. I'm out here and I'm freezing. I'm really cold, but there is hope.
You've got some nice flowers behind you there, Leslie.
Because tonight the weather is gonna go down to 8 degrees, but in the next couple of days it is gonna get warmer. We are gonna have bikini weather, Beth.
Oh, I can't wait to wear my bikini and sunbathe.
Are you looking forward to wearing your bikini?
Absolutely, I love a good sunbathe.
That's back to you in the studio. Thank you.
Well, that's all we have for you today. We'll be back with you tomorrow at the usual time of 4 o'clock. To stay up to date with Yorkshire Voice, make sure you follow us on all of our social media pages. I'm Beth Turner.